Hey YouTube! Hey YouTube! Welcome back on my channel. Hi guys, welcome and welcome back. In today's video, I am here again with another story. And this story is pretty intense. So I'm not sure if you're ready, but please have a seat, have something to drink or to eat because it's intense. 7 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, it was 7 years ago in 2013. I've just finished school and I went back home. So on my way home, I was thinking what I'm gonna eat, and I really wanted to eat fries. I don't know why, but I just feel like I want to eat fries, and I had fries at home. So when I was home, I took a soup pan. I put an oil in it, like the quantity that is enough to fry fries. You understand what I mean? So I put a quantity of oil and then I put it on the stove and turn on the gas, and the fire I put it on its highest. So in the meantime, because I wanted the oil to heat up quick because I was starving, I just wanted to eat fries. So, and then in the meantime, I went to the restroom. I needed to pee. But when I was in the bathroom, I felt like something else is coming. So I needed to do number 2. I don't want to say the word, but when you know number 2, you know what it is. Number 2. It takes longer than peeing. So it is me sitting on the toilet and waiting for number 2 to come. And I knew I put something on the stove, but I didn't realize that it would heat up so quick. So I was there still waiting for number 2 to come. Number 2 went on his way, and suddenly out of nowhere I heard the house alarm go on, and it was so loud. So I was shocked. I was in panic, like, oh my god, what is happening? So, but I didn't have the switch that it could be something that is happening in the kitchen. So at the time that I opened the toilet door, I saw a lot of smoke, and then I realized, shit, it could be the soup pan that I put on the fire with oil. So on my way to the kitchen, I was rushing, and when I was in the kitchen, it was like full smoke and I couldn't even see what was going on. And then my eyes directly catch the fire that was in the soup pan. It was so high, and at that time I was so panicking. The alarm was still like crying over my ear. It was so loud, and so loud that it hurts your ears. So it is me panicking. At the time I didn't even know what to do. I was so panicking because everything went so fast. Like I went for putting that on the stove, I went to the toilet, and that happened and that is because I put the fire so high, and I didn't realize that it would heat up very easily, very quick. So there was the fire, like fire in the oil, and it was so high, and me panicking, don't know what to do. I started to open up all doors. Mistake number 1. I opened up all the doors. I don't know when I did it, but I opened up all the doors because I wanted the smoke to go out so the alarm can stop crying. And then, so this is me panicking. I take the soup pan, I put it in the sink, and then I use my right hand to turn on the water, and guess what happened? The fire became bigger, and it's just like it was kind of exploding, like it was exploding over my hands. So I got my right hand burned, and on top of that there was a boiler. So the fire went over, like in the boiler, onto the ceiling. It was that big. So it is me again panicking, making 2 steps back, and realized that what I did was so next level wrong. But at that time I was not thinking, guys. I was so panicking because I didn't have the fire under control. There was no one to tell me what to do. I've learned in school what I should do when something like that happens, but I never have to deal with the situation in real life, and now it happens. And yeah, it was the scary things ever. So the soup pan is still in the sink and the fire is still going on, and at the time I was putting my hands on my head and seeing the fire in the boiler and looking up, like went from white to black. The entire kitchen was black. The entire ceiling on the kitchen was black. And it is me again. I want to, like, because the water was still going on, because when I turned on the water the fire came, so I just pull away my hands because my hand was in the fire and my hands was hurting. So me seeing the fire going on in the boiler, doing 2 steps behind, and I realized I need to close the water. Just me again trying to close the water, panicking, not knowing what to do. Like, so many things was happening and it was all happening so fast. And it is me again. I tried to take the soup pan again so I can put it outside. So I take it, but the hand holder thing was hot. So I put it with my bare hands. My hands that was already hurt, my right hand. I take it, and then because it was so warm, it burns my hands, my finger. Like instantly, when something burns your hand, you just let it fall. So I let it fall, and then the hot oil came on my right feet, and that hurt so much. So I was trying to shake the oil on my feet, but I still needed to put the soup pan outside. So I was more concentrated on putting the soup pan outside than looking at my feet. It was burning, but I was not thinking straight. It's me now again. This time I take some kitchen towel to grab the pan and put it outside. And at that time the fire in the pan has lowered, so it was actually almost gone, but it was still there. So I put it outside, and then I came back to the kitchen with the towel. I was just making sure all the smoke was going outside because the alarm was still crying in my ears. It was just so frustrating and so intense. And this me then, I'm pretty sure I did like 5 rounds. I was just turning like this. Oh my god, what is happening? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Who am I gonna call? Should I scream for help? Or should I scream and call and tell the neighbors to call the firemen? Or should I just calm down and think straight? You know, when you are alone, there are some voice in your mind telling you do this, do that, do this, do that, and that was what was going on in my head. So, but at the time I was still dealing with the pain in my right hands and the pain on my right feet. Actually, I have pain quite everywhere, but with the adrenaline that was going on in my body, I couldn't think straight. I couldn't feel the pain very much, but my hands was paining the most. So it is me then, when everything was under control. The kitchen was a mess. Everything was black. That is when I look at my right hands. I was like, oh my god, I really got burned. So I rushed to the bathroom and turned on the water and put my hands on the cold water and my feet was also burning. I look at it and it was the same shit as my hands. There was oil everywhere, so I also put that on the cold water, and that hurt so bad. And normally when you burn your hands or anywhere, you should put it on the cold water or lukewater. I'm not sure. I think it's lukewater, but it should be a little bit cold. You should put it, I think they say, I don't even know how many minutes. I don't know if it's 10 minutes, but I actually should put it, I should stay there for 10 minutes. But I didn't even reach the 2 minutes because I was so scared. I was so lost in my mind, like what just happened. And then the next step is I need to do something, but I didn't know what to do, so I decided to just call my mom. But my mom was out with her friends. They went to a shop and she has her phone on silent. So when I called, she didn't hear me calling. So after 10 times of me trying to call her, she finally replied. And so I tried to explain to her in a good sense while panicking what just has happened. But I think she didn't really realize what just happened. She only heard that I burned myself with hot oil, but she didn't know the state of the kitchen. So she was then with her friend, and they arrived here, and I showed her my hands and my feet. And by the time what I had on, I had like a small top and I had a legging on. And so when she arrived, she saw my hands and my feet, and then she walked to the kitchen, and that's when she also put her hands on her head, like, oh my god, I didn't know that this was so intense. What just happened? And I told her that I wanted to eat fries, and I decided to do it that way. She was mad, of course, because you don't put a hot oil on a fire and then you go away. You need to stand by, you know. Her being mad was understandable, but the kitchen was a mess, guys. Like, it was a mess. So I completely understand her being so shocked by seeing it. So, and her and her friends took me to the first aid. That was 10 minutes from here. But before we went there, I just realized it because my left lower legs was actually burning and hurting kind of way. So I pull up my legging, and then I saw that my leg was also burned. My lower legs was burned, but I was too late. But before we went to the first aid, I put like some raw eggs. I put on my hands, so I just broke the eggs and I put the liquid on my hands, on my feet. In Cameroon, where I'm come from, they say that it helps to stop the burning, so that the burning cannot continue. So then I put that on my right hands and my right feet, but my lower legs, I saw it very late. So we were already on our way to the first aid, and so the doctor there asked me like, why did I put the eggs on my hands? I was like, why is he asking me those questions? I just burned my hands, and please help me to fix it, because I think I burned like 2nd grade or something like that. But that is also what he said. He said that my hands was first almost 2nd grade. Do you say that 2nd grade? Yeah, burning grade, I don't know. And my feet also, my right feet, but my left lower legs was 3rd grade. Yeah. So they put some tube on my hands. I don't know. I don't really remember how it all went, but they put something on my hands and then they wrap it with some first aid things, and then we went back home. And guys, it was the worst experience in my life, and then I just realized how lucky I was, because at the time that I left the soap fell, it could because of the fall, the oil could just come up on my face, on my chest, anywhere, but it chose my legs and my feet. Thank God for that, because you don't want to be burned on your face or on your chest, So, and then the fact that the fire went in the boiler where all the electricity are, that the fire went there and nothing happened with all the electricity, because there was some a lot of cable going on there, and all of that would like burn it and black. So I was so lucky on so many levels that every time I think about it, I really get emotional, because it could have been worse. I could have burned the entire building, because I just wanted to eat fries, and instead of staying next to the stove, I decided to go to the bathroom. I mean, I needed to go, but I could do it before going. But anyway, it is not about that. But if something happens to you like this, like if you have never experienced this, but you never know, but I made so many mistakes that I would never judge someone on it, because you can learn something, and when it really happens, you just don't know what to do because you are so in panic. But the right thing that I should do, like when the soup pan is on fire, you just have to take the pan cover and cover the fire, because fire cannot resist when it has no oxygen. And what I did, I opened up all the doors. When you open door, the oxygen is coming inside, and that is what gave the fire more life to just get bigger and bigger. So the only thing that I actually needed to do is just take the cover and just cover the pan, so the oxygen. Really? I'm sorry, they are still doing like fireworks out there, but I don't know why. It's actually not permitted to do it, but anyway, sorry for that. So the best thing that I could do was just to cover the pen so that there's no oxygen, but I didn't do it. And never put hot oil with fire in it under the water. The worst thing that can happen to you, and the worst thing that can happen is that you can burn a lot of things around you with that little mistake. And I've learned so much then, and when I remember when I told that to people, they said, "Oh, how stupid could you be to put fire or hot oil on the water? You know that it is not the way to do it." I'm like, if you were on my place, I think you would have done the same. It's not that I don't know, it's that I didn't have the right sense. At that time, I was so panicking that I couldn't think straight, And since then, I was so afraid to cook with oil. I did a lot of things. I actually didn't deal with oil. Everything that has to do with direct oil, hot oil, I was far from it. and it took me like 5 years to like fry, to use oil to fry my fries, you know. And yes, it was intense, but let me show you the scarf that I have on my hands. You don't see it more because it's been 7 years ago, but let me I don't know if you can see, but you can see, but there's still some scarf, you know, the light on the plates that are a little bit lighter. And also it was actually the entire hands over here and my thumb, but it has recovered because this one, that is the one that I put like the raw eggs on it, so this has recovered very well. So let me show you my lower legs. I think I need to stand up. Please, my legs I have hairy legs because I don't shave in the winter. I mean, I don't have to show my legs. So this is my lower legs. This is what I have now, the 3rd grade burning. This is the result. Don't mind my hairy legs. Like I told you, it is winter. I don't do shaving in the winter because I don't have to show my legs anyway. But this is what I have now from burning. I wanted to show you my feet also, but you don't see much happening anyway. There's not much happening because it actually recovered. There's no trace of burning anymore. But that is only my lower legs. I have this scar forever, and every time I see this scar, I see it as a surviving scar because I survived the fire. The fire that I was responsible to, and I really recognized that I was so lucky and I was so blessed, and God was on my side that day, because every time I think about it, I was just so lucky, really. And I am happy that I'm here with this scar only, and I am proud of it, you know. What else can you be, you know? So guys, this is my intense story about how I dealt with the fire that I was responsible for it, and it just happened so fast, from putting something on the stove, going to the bathroom, and pop, a lot of things happened then, and it went so quick. I swear to you, it went so quick. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoy watching this video, give it thumbs up, and if you have experienced something like this in the past, comment below, and I will really appreciate it. So thank you very much, and I wish you in advance a happy new year, because I'm recording this video on December 3rd of 2020, so I will post it in the new year. Happy new year in advance, and please, God bless you, and take care of yourself. Bye bye.